Welcome into King's Table, guys. Today we have nerd news. Tom Holland seen on the set of Venom. Is it part of the MCU? Thor Ragnarok leaks on iTunes, and a lot of people got it, including me.
I did not. So why didn't you tell me?
It was only out for a few hours. And we're also going to talk about, did Avengers get spoiled by Lego?
Really?
That's all coming up on nerd news. First, Chris, are you excited for the Venom movie coming out this October?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Tom Hardy as Venom, I think is going to be really good. I wasn't at first, especially because we've talked about it before on this channel, where it's written by the guy that did 50 Shades of Grey. That scares me. And then when Sony owned the rights, I wasn't, you know, excited for it because I remember they owned the rights to Sinister Six. But they surprised us with Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, and there's rumors of Carnage in there.
There is, but it's also because it's based on two stories combined. So it's going to be based on the planet of the symbiotes.
Okay.
So the Life Foundation, who helps create symbiotes, so there's going to be probably Toxin, all the Venom offspring are probably going to be in this movie. But it's also the Lethal Protector series, which is why Venom is going to be an ex-Marine, but they're also keeping to his roots where he was a reporter because he's Eddie Brock.
Right.
But the cool part is Tom Holland was seen on set. Yeah, and so this gives us the rumors that it's secretly connected to the MCU after all those, you know, deals that just happened with Disney, Fox, and the relationship that Sony and Disney and Marvel Studios has now, and they saw the success of Spider-Man. It behooves them to let this happen.
Right.
Now, the difference is, from what I've heard and what I've read, it was only Peter Parker Tom Holland and not Spider-Man Tom Holland. So we'll have to really see. It's
probably like one of those things where he just bumps into him and oh, sorry.
Well, actually, based in the comics, what happens is he Spider-Man kicks the crap out of Eddie Brock and tells him that he has to leave the city or he'll kill him essentially or whatever. And so he goes to San Francisco where this movie's being filmed, and so that's where all the set is. So it's going to be interesting to see that whole intro because also with the Avengers Infinity War and all that stuff, them going to space and Spider-Man, it'll probably link up how the symbiote came here unless, you know.
Yeah, it would.
It'll be it won't. I mean, we've seen so many video rumors online of where Kevin Feige and all the people behind both sides are talking and they're giving away things and not. And that's like sort of Marvel's thing now is to tell us, oh, this happened. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. And that's been happening a lot with this movie. So it's very exciting news.
It is exciting. It's like the Guardians could be bringing it.
Oh yeah, I mean, when they're out there, anything can happen.
On the ship because they're coming to Earth.
Which you're going to probably get some little links here and there in some of the, you know, the end credit scenes, post credit scenes, all that stuff. So it will be exciting to see. But it was good news to hear that he was there. I don't think he was just there hanging out because they're all busy and they don't have time just to fly to another studio and film that. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. We're probably going to get even more spoilers coming out here in the next few weeks of what it actually was about.
Right.
So. Can't wait for that movie, but in other news, though, speaking of Spider-Man, did you see the toys that Lego released? You know how they did the Thanos, and they did all the characters from Infinity War. Well, they showed a Spider-Man in the Iron Spider suit. Yeah. And we've all been speculating because Iron Spider from the comic books looks different than that suit. One, it's gold and red like Iron Man, but two, he has 3 arms off the back. Yes. And we've all been speculating if he's going to have the arms on the back. And Lego just released a toy with the arms on his back.
They did.
Now there's 4, not 3, but it makes more sense continuity-wise. Right. But they released that. Now you're a huge toy guy, Chris. Now, and we see this a lot with toys where they release a spoiler for us. And are you for this or against this, or does it matter?
Well, right now I think it could be jumping the gun because Lego is notorious for just doing similar stuff like that. They'll make sets where there's a scene from that movie that never happened. Oh. Like, for instance, Iron Man 3 came out, and they did a Mandarin set where he's riding this weird car thing with, like, this rocket stuff, and he's fighting Iron Man.
Never happened?
That never happened.
No, never happened.
There's a boat chase with one of the extremists with Iron Patriot following this boat chase and something else. That never happened. Okay. And so they're notorious for doing that sort of thing. So they could have just added the arms to it.
Just because it's part of the character?
They could, you know? So it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to be happening in the movie. But I'm more on the side of, that's probably where they're going to go. And Lego just doesn't care. They always put out those spoilers all the time. I avoid the Lego sets a lot of time for a movie that Like for Star Wars, for instance,
Okay.
I don't look at those sets. I don't want to see the characters because they're showing what's going to be in those movies. I don't know how Lego gets away with that, but they've always done it that way, and they're going to continue to do it.
See, and I see it as a point, and tell me if I'm wrong here. Of course, they want to sell the toys to kids first,
right?
And it makes more sense to sell it before the movie comes out than right when it comes out, or does it really matter? Because, like, to me, and this is maybe because I'm an adult and I'll buy it for my daughter if she wanted it, but I don't have to have it weeks before the movie comes out.
No.
So to me, I don't see the point of them releasing things like this early. Like, why don't you release it when the movie comes out? So because it's hot right then.
Exactly. But also if it's like before Christmas or something, they want to get something on the shelf, I can get that. And they may not believe in the movie that much to where they can just quickly, let's get the stuff out, make some money. If the movie bombs, nobody's going to buy the toys. They had no faith in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie when it came out.
Well, the first one,
there was nothing. There was like 2 sets. Ant-Man, 1 set. They made 1 Lego set for Ant-Man.
Yeah, but if you don't believe in Avengers Infinity War,
right? So they're putting this stuff up. So but I get why they're putting it out early because they're trying to build a hype, get things going. But
they want to get us nerds to talk about it like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if the arms do happen in the movie, I think it's a minor spoiler. We're probably expecting it to happen anyway because that's the way the comics was. So I don't really think it's that big of a deal.
Okay.
But I'm just used to Lego doing that.
See, and that's what I was going to ask you next. Is Lego? I mean, I know all companies have done this, but are they like the worst, where they usually release and it never exists, compared to other toys that like release something that comes out? And I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm not the toy king like you are.
Well, for example, when the Force Awakens was coming out, Disney accidentally put out a figure with a huge spoiler.
Okay.
Rey had a lightsaber.
Right.
And they recalled it, and they were actually, this is no joke, suing.
This toy company?
No.
Oh.
The consumers. Look it up. They were suing them because they were taking that figure and selling it on eBay. And also reporting on it. Like YouTubers were reporting on this, showing that they had one.
Right.
They were suing them. Look it up.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
For spoiling that. They're trying to keep it under wraps.
Well, speaking of people getting sued, so I don't know if you weren't aware. Okay. I was, which we can watch it later. I have it on my iPad over there. But there was a mistake by iTunes. Thor Ragnarok 2 days ago, or a couple days ago, I think maybe 2 or 3, got released because have you heard of Movies Anywhere? The digital downloads, so they go on Vudu and
Violet and stuff.
All those. So what happened is there was a miscommunication between all those companies and Movies Anywhere, and when you pre-ordered it, it gave it to you instantly. So a lot of people hit pre-order and got the movie right then, and of course, if you're an internet person like me, especially really into these movies and up late at night and going down those YouTube rabbit holes or whatever, or Reddit, somebody posted up that it happened and it went like wildfire. Damn. And you could get it in 4K. You could get it everything. It wasn't just like, like those crappy torrents that you could download. So once this guy posted it, it went nuts. And then as soon as iTunes took it down, because they took fast action, of course it was too late because it hit the torrent boards. And everybody's got it now. And so it has been downloaded so much that it is intense.
Wow.
And I don't know. I think this is another reason why Disney really wants to do their own streaming service that they're going to be launching, because they're sick of this stuff happening. Now, I don't know if they'll get rid of selling things on iTunes and stuff, but somebody's going to have to pay big and answer big time for what happened here. Because this was one of the biggest standalone MCU films ever.
It was.
It had a huge box office following, and a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting for it to come out on DVD because we're going to buy it right away.
Yes, that was a good one.
Now I don't have to because it already came out. Now I like to have the tangible, the actual item on the shelf.
Sure.
But I already have the digital copy, and it wasn't supposed to be released. Now, I'm getting mixed reports. I heard it was February 16th all the way to the 20th for digital, and anywhere from February 26th to March 9th for the actual copy. All the sources I have don't give me an actual date, so I don't know. It's somewhere in between then, anywhere between the 16th of February and the 6th of March that you could actually get this movie.
Dang.
And that's almost a month in early. And they just lost a lot of money. I mean, I know the people that pre-bought it did, but they also can't take it away from them because they already own it.
Yeah, it's true.
And they really messed up here.
Wow.
I should have texted you.
You should have.
I'm sorry,
Chris.
Watch.
I love that movie.
It is a great film.
If you haven't seen
it. But no, this I think is going to change the game, especially with these streaming and these pre-orders.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, when these movies come out, after they get taken out, after everybody's sort of seen it after the first few months, I mean, we see this trend where people go to the movies, they see it pretty much opening weekend, and there's the trickle down effect where a lot of people might go a few months later, but rarely. They just need to release these movies faster and faster because people are finding them online from Asian website, a lot of places just to get illegally or stream or whatever, and they just need to start releasing them faster.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we see it, we want to watch it again. And this was one of those few ones where I wanted to see. I went to the theater twice to see it, of course. I saw it on IMAX and regular. But I'm so happy I already have it at home, and I've already watched it twice. It's that good. Wow. But what do you think going forward they're going to just stop the pre-ordering? Or
No, it's just a glitch in their system. It's going to happen. Just like HBO they put out 2 episodes of Game of Thrones early too. By
That's
accident.
true. That happens.
It happens.
Well,
that's not going to change anything.
No. Well, that's the news we have for today, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know on the stories we have. We'll be coming to you with a lot more nerd news. Just basic stuff that we want to talk about with you guys that we find out when I'm scouring the internet and Chris is actually doing his job.
Yeah, I know, right? It's shocking.
We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.